Okay. Okay, let me know for live. Let me know for live.
Nope. Nope. I got you. Nope. No. Is that the old one? No, you're not live.
Okay, we're back
Yep.
live. Okay, everybody, we just had a power hit at the studio, but we are on emergency power here at the studio. We are back. We are back, everybody. We have a tornado warning in effect right now for St. Louis County. Tornado warnings in effect for St. Louis County. We are back. We are back, everyone. The sirens are sounding in St. Louis County. Make sure you share this live stream, please. We are back. We are back. We are back. So if you're, we are back on the live here. We are back live. We are back live. Hello, everybody. We're getting everything back up here, but let's just go straight into the tornado warning. We don't have much time here. Let's just get this. So, tornado warnings in effect for Jennings, Granite City, Glen Carbon, Collinsville, Marine Edwardsville, and the rotation is going right near the Clayton area. The Clayton area is very broad right now, but Clayton, Missouri, anywhere in this area near Clayton is under the gun for tornado potential. So please make sure to share this live stream. We're able to get tornado potential. So please make sure to share this live stream. We're able to get back up on some emergency power and the internet. You guys are staying safe, and let me get everything logged back in because we did take a power hit. So gotta try to make sure everything comes through. But like I said, tornado warning is for St. Louis County, the city of St. Louis, and to Illinois. So we're back. It's going to look a little bit different because we're on generator power. So don't mind me. But let's just keep going here. So anywhere near the Ladue, Olivet, Clayton, Richmond Heights, Maplewood, Normandy, Jennings, going into downtown St. Louis, if you're near 170 Richmond Heights, just over Richmond Heights, Clayton, Maplewood, places like those, you need to be in your shelter immediately. If you're leaving downtown St. Louis on 64, you need to stop, pull over, and take shelter now. This is a serious situation, radar indicated tornado warning, and we need to be in shelter immediately. So yes, we did take a power hit here. We're getting a couple things back online, but we need to share the live stream because we do have a tornado warning in place. And I was watching this the whole entire time, and I was wondering if we were gonna get a tornado warning, but we do have one now. So please make sure we are sharing the live stream again. Let everybody know that we are back, because we do have a tornado warning. I want to be clear, if you're anywhere west of 270, we are okay. It's going to be very heavy rain and wind. So, yes, we are on the backup, so it's going to look a little bit different. We don't really have our cameras yet. All of them are going to be down for the moment. You need to tell them to be underground in their shelter immediately. Need to be in shelter immediately. And if you're on 64 leaving downtown St. Louis, it's not a good time to be doing that because you're going to be driving right into the potential tornado. You're going to be driving right through the potential tornado. Just checking a couple reports. Okay, we should all be good. Okay, the cameras are not going to be doing good, but it'll be okay. But Clayton, Richmond Heights, the Forest Park area, Botanical Garden area, the city of St. Louis, all of 64 from Richmond Heights into St. Louis. You do not want to be on the highway right now. But if you're anywhere west in like Maryland Heights towards Creve Coeur Park, 141, you are okay. You might hear the tornado sirens, but you're not in the tornado warning. This is the part that we are watching right down here. Right in that little scribbly box that I drew. So that is what we're watching, and we're working on getting some live cameras. Our team behind the scenes is working on the connection and making sure we are getting that. So we're looking. But you need to be underground if you're in downtown St. Louis. I repeat, you need to be underground if you're in downtown St. Louis. This is not the time to be messing around with this storm at all. We had some serious hail here, by the way, at the studio. Not sure if it's directly due to it, but yeah, you need to be underground if you're in downtown St. Louis. We need to share this live stream to the many of people as we can in downtown St. Louis. So if you know anybody near downtown St. Louis, we do need to take shelter immediately. Immediately take shelter, please. If you're near the city of St. Louis, let's see if we can get the Kingsway West, St. Louis Avenue, Shreve Avenue, Dr. Martin Luther King Drive, Page Boulevard, all needs to be underground now. So if you know anybody in the downtown St. Louis, the north side downtown, towards the North Riverfront, is where the tornadic signature is located. Rebecca says, where was the rotation seen? It was seen all the way back near Chesterfield, going through the radar site, but it started to get strong as it got towards the Maryland Heights. And I was talking about it right when we got hit with the power outage, so that's very unfortunate. But you can see this wrapping around here. That is, let me make sure. Let's see if this underground is still radar indicated. Let's see if this is what the velocities are showing. Yeah. So if you're right near Lewis Place, near the Central West End, very strong signature right here. The reds and the greens mixing by Fountain Hill, Fountain Park, and Page, and Dr. Martin Luther King Drive near Page and Union Boulevard and Kings Highway needs to be in shelter immediately. If you know anybody over here, you need to be in shelter quick. You need to run, not walk to your shelter if you're in there. And let's see. We may have something on the ground. Yes, okay. We do have a confirmed tornado. Alert everybody. Please share the live stream. We do have a confirmed tornado is observed. A particularly dangerous situation tornado is confirmed. A large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over St. Louis, moving east at 50 miles per hour. So radar confirmed tornado. We just showed it here. The radar, a huge debris signature is being shown up right near the Central West End. So anywhere near Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard, Natural Bridge, towards 70 is where this tornado is currently being observed on the ground doing damage. So if you're anywhere near there, or Highway 70, if you're near Highway 70 near Grand Boulevard, Prairie Avenue, North Broadway, Hall Street, the McKinley Bridge, you need to be in shelter as it is right on top of you right now. This tornado is on the ground. Look how bright this signature. When we have bright blues here, Granite City, you need to be underground right now. In Illinois, you need to be underground right now. A particularly dangerous situation is ongoing right now. A large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground in the city of St. Louis and Missouri. So if you're in Granite City, You need to be in shelter right now as the tornado is on the ground doing damage and headed your way. So we need to be inside and away from windows. Someone says that you can see the tornado from the arch. Okay, not really too sure about that. But we have unfortunately received some damage of hail. Very, very unfortunate. We do have hail damage coming into the studios. The tornado, yes, like I said, the tornado is on the ground doing damage. And not really sure near the Clayton area. That's kind of behind, but far as the velocities, it's right over near the College Hill and moving across the 70 near where the express lanes are at. So let's see if we can try to get some cameras. It might be too late, but let's see if we can try to pull up some live cameras and try to get a view on this tornado as it moves through. So let's see if we can get any type of visual on this storm before it's too late. Yeah, not sure if we're seeing anything or if there's power outages, but that will load if we do see anything. But right now, there is a particularly dangerous situation on this tornado warning. It is observed by the radar. It is on the ground. So we need to be in shelter quickly if you're in this path. And like I said, Granite City, the radar is taking a minute to update, but you need to be in your shelter now. Shelter now for the Granite City area, going up to the Pontoon Beach and Cedar Park. So if you're anywhere in those areas, you need to be inside from away from windows. And like I said, folks, these storms could quickly turn tornadic at any given moment, and now is when it's trying to do that. So yeah, right on top of Granite City. Not really sure how to pronounce it, but Cedar Park, Pontoon Beach, going all the way up to 270 in Illinois, needs to be underground right now. A large and extremely dangerous tornado was confirmed Lewis at 2:45, moving east at 50 miles per hour, and is currently sitting over Granite City at this current moment. Waiting for the velocities to come in. Velocities are a little bit late, but we do have wind being reported everywhere. Everybody is seeing wind right now. But like I said, if you're in the Illinois side near Pontoon Beach, especially Granite City, is probably over you right now. But a large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground causing damage at this time. And they still have it observed. So the last known position was near Vents, and it's moving towards the northeast. So let's get this. Just doing a couple things, everybody. Don't mind me. And it looks like we have a whole bunch of power outages there because we have no cameras available. Unfortunately, no cameras are being available, but we do have the far. This is looking into it. Might be a little bit out of the St. Louis area, but like I said, we have a tornado that's on the ground, an extremely dangerous tornado on the ground going through Illinois, Granite City, Pontoon Beach, Glen Carbon, Edwardsville. All needs to be in their shelter now. The radar's not updating every minute, so it might not look over your location, but you need to be in shelter right now as we do have an extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. This is one of the highest warnings that the National Weather Service can issue to tell you the severity of the storm. Cahokia, the Cahokia Heights area, I'm not sure if that's where you're talking about, but it looks a-okay for right now. New severe thunderstorm warning for Redbud. That is for half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Nothing to worry about there. Yeah, I assume Tyler is the Cahokia Heights. But you can see, this is the tornado here. So it's on the ground doing damage. So if you're in Granite City, Pontoon Beach, near the 255 between Collinsville, all the way up near Roxana, you need to be in your safe place right now. So we were watching this. I knew it was eventually going to produce a tornado at one point. But we made it back live, everybody. We found it. So luckily we came back right in time. I know it's right at the wrong time. We lost it. We lost the power, so. But does anybody have any hail damage right now? Sirens were blowing down here earlier. It was definitely hail around. Yes. If it wasn't a tornado, it is definitely the hail causing problems. And I have received a couple text messages of damage, so that is unfortunate. The rotation on the storm at the current moment, let me double check this. Yes, it looks like it's just north of Granite City, moving towards Pontoon Beach and 270 towards Glen Carbon. Glen Carbon, Collinsville, Troy, Illinois, Edwardsville, Illinois. All these places need to be watching out for the storm. It still has a dangerous situation tag on it for observed tornado, a large and extremely dangerous tornado. And it says you're in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. So we need to be running to our safe place. I know we got a couple people in Illinois, but anywhere in the Edwardsville, Maryville, Collinsville to be safe, and Troy, and anywhere along 270 where it starts in Illinois, all the way towards Highland needs to be in their safe place right now. And let's check to see if we still have a debris signature on it. Yes, and we're still getting some debris pickup here. You can see how we have some bright blues and greens around the pink. That is showing that there is something being picked up that's not rain. So, Lil did not see any reports of a confirmation, but the radar was picking up debris. So it was picking up stuff that was not rain. So there's a chance that the tornado could be on the ground, but in a ground confirmed report, I have not received anything. And it looks like we have a new report in from Clayton. Large trees down on the power line, so make sure you're staying out of the Clayton region because we do have power poles down as well. And Jeanette says, I'm in Jennings, and am I okay now? Yes, the tornado has moved off to your east. So you'll be a-okay. You're going to be getting some heavy rain if you still are, but the storm is moving off to the north and east. These storms on the backside, you're probably wondering about. We have to watch them just in case, but nothing's catching my attention right now. But we still have Glen Carbon, Edwardsville, Grant City, and a particularly dangerous situation tornado. So we need to be making sure we're taking shelter if we're in those areas. Highland, I would be watching out as well, because it can get over to that area. Yes, we did have a power hit at the studio, unfortunately. Of course, right at the wrong time. We're okay here. But we did get very strong winds. And I'm not really sure if it recorded the weather station outside recorded anything. But right now, the tornado is still being considered observed for Illinois near Edwardsville, Pontoon Beach. Glen Carbon is going to be up next. So if you're in Glen Carbon, need to be taking shelter right now, as this tornado is going to be moving on your way. Has anybody received any hail damage? Have you guys looked yet? If you have any hail damage yet, we do have 1-inch size hail that was reported in Chesterfield. So that is that. Yeah, large tree down on the power lines near Clayton, Missouri. So lots of damage moving around. This storm near Redbud, we have to watch this because once again it's in the tornado watch where it could rapidly strengthen up again. So that's something that we have to watch out. And then also as well, we have a tornado warning that's to the west a little bit of Potosi. So Potosi, we need to be watching out. And then down to the south is like tornado outbreak. That's where the main core of the tornado warnings will be. There's some severe thunderstorms or some non-severe thunderstorms are on the backside, but currently not causing any damage. Yeah, so the storm looks to be on the weakening trend. Rotation is not as strong as it once was, so that was very good news. But we'll see if we can get a new velocity scan. So we're seeing some broad rotation, but I would still be in my shelter if I was in the tornado warning. We want to respect the polygon here, and it got brought back down to radar indicated. So no tornado is being confirmed. No large, extremely dangerous tornado is not confirmed. But we do have some broad rotation now being picked up on the radar. So there's nothing on the ground being reported at this time. But we still have to make sure that we know we're still in a tornado warning. Appreciate you guys all tuning in as well. Really do appreciate it. And everybody who has came back to the live stream. Of course we lose. When you guys, isn't that funny? Like, we lose power right when the best, well, not the best part. Let's not say best part, but the active part. So, but luckily we're able to come back on live and support most of the St. Louis County and near downtown St. Louis. I do appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. But like I said, the tornado potential has weakened. There's no PDS tornado warning, no particular dangerous situation. We just have a classic severe tornado warning that's going to be moving off towards the Edwardsville. It's going to miss Wood River, so I know we got a couple people in Wood River. We'll be okay there. And Edwardsville, we need to watch out. Coon Station and Mount Station and Mockingbird Hills still needs to be in their safe place. John says lots of rain now in DeSoto. Let's take a look. Yes, there's actually a storm that fired right up or came right through DeSoto. Currently not severe warned. Are you seeing any hail with that? Curious. Not seeing any rotation, but wouldn't be surprised if there's some hail there. Oh, Karen. Oh, Sandy. I told you to watch out. And unfortunately, the sirens are going off in Crawford County and Washington County. near the Potosi area, is just on the outside part of Potosi. We have a tornado warning for you. New tornado warning. So if Karen or Sandy or anybody that you know that's down here in Potosi, make sure they need to watch this storm out to the west, because it is on a tornado warning just outside the Potosi area. But there is now a tornado warning, potential tornado radar indicated, that's going to be heading off towards that direction. So the Potosi is not out of the clear right now, unfortunately. So new tornado warning for the Potosi area. Checking the storm up here near Grafton for any signs of rotation. So, yeah, okay. But yeah, just like I was mentioning before, tiny hail, but not too much. Okay, that's kind of what we're expecting. Karen said, "Oh, Kenny, still on the alert." Okay, that is great. Yes, I was letting you know earlier that there's probably going to be one more that tries to scoot past because Potosi was in the clear. So we have 2 tornado warnings that we're watching. Multiple tornado warnings down to the south near Fredericktown. So Karen, it was also good that you did not go to Poplar Bluff, because you would have been driving right down 67 right into multiple tornado warnings. But I do want to let you know, Karen, and everybody else that's in Potosi, you guys are technically not in the warning, but it's for the county, so I would treat it as well. So I would be watching this as well. Radar indicated right now. We're a little bit far from the radar to really see what's happening out to the west here, but I will watch out because it's going to head right in the general direction of Potosi. The Solar Storm is doing okay, moving into Olympian Village and head off to the Festus area. That's not doing a whole lot. Our tornado warning storm that was PDS moments ago is still radar indicated, not reporting any damage right now, so that's good. Or did they just update this to observed? I think it might be on the ground again. We're getting some unconfirmed reports here. So let's take a look. Take a look at the velocities here. Not really seeing anything too crazy. Some broad rotation just southwest of Edwardsville. Right here, right where we see the green and reds on top of each other. Just right north 270. So just north of 270 is what I was trying to say. Just north of Glen Carbon. Some broad rotation is still being picked up on the radar. So that's why we do have that tornado warning in place. But that's crazy though. How it just went right over Clayton. Boom. And that's what kind of what we were saying, is how rapidly these were going to start to go here. So yeah, this Potosi storm, we'll be watching this as well, so don't worry. And these storms are moving fairly quickly out of the area. You can see almost we have a front on the back side pushing all these storms off to the east. So most of the area, in about an hour or so, might start to clear out. So it looks like there is pictures. Yeah, it looks like there is some pictures that we could have had a tornado touchdown near the Clayton area. Let me try to see. Yeah, not seeing a lot of damage reports coming out. Some people are probably still waiting to go out, but we'll of course bring those with you when they come available. The Red Butt storm that's into the southeastern part of our coverage area is doing okay. $50 size hail with that. We are watching that, but Not really concerned at the moment. But the storms do look like they should be moving out by 7 o'clock, if not later. So, that is good news. So, we're almost done. We're almost done, everybody. We're almost there. We're almost done. Don't worry. Checking a couple things, reports. But most of St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Warren County, Troy area are okay. And Franklin County is also okay. So if you're in those areas, you're just okay. But near the Potosi area and I believe Washington County or Crawford County, one of the two, you guys are in a tornado warning. Not sure if the sirens are still sounding, but we need to watch this storm that's moving straight towards the Potosi area for a potential tornado. So we need to watch this storm that's moving straight towards the Potosi area for a potential tornado. So we need to be watching that. It's trying to remain form a tornado. So if I was in the Potosi area, I would definitely be watching out. And if you know anybody else that's in the, to let them know that there is a tornado warning, potentially that's going to probably cover their area. So it looks like this tornado warning that was PDS a little while ago, headed towards Edwardsville. Very broad signature, not really seeing anything strong like it once was. But if you're in the Edwardsville area, make sure you're inside away from windows because you might have few leaves and winds. And the radar just updated, but if you were in Edwardsville, you've probably just seen that. But it's going to be moving off to the north and east to Alhambra and probably near Hamel. So that would be just fine. So nothing to worry about there. Storms up near Jerseyville and Godfrey, we haven't forgot about you. There's just not any warnings there, but Jerseyville proper, we do have some hail. Quarter-sized hail will be possible with this. A little blip has popped up in St. Charles County. Currently not severe, but we are monitoring. Just want to let you guys know that we are watching, but I think we should be okay. See, and also what we were talking about too is that not everybody was going to see the severe storm. And I think our forecast, what we did last night, yeah, I think our forecast last night, I think we did a pretty good job with our forecast. Yes, Clayton and Big Ben. If you want to see any damage, Clayton and Big Ben, a lot of pictures. I can't show them, unfortunately, but lots of pictures are coming out of the Clayton and Big Ben area. So we most likely had a tornado there. That's where we had the strongest signature, and that's what prompted the tornado warning in the first place. So if you're wanting to see anything, I would probably go near Clayton and Big Bend. It's probably the place to be. This storm near Potosi is starting to get in its act together, so that is something that is a little bit concerning to watch as it starts to develop near and getting closer to Potosi. So Karen and Sandy and our other folks that live down there, I would be watching out because it looks like it's trying to get its act together. There's nothing confirmed yet. It's radar indicated, but I would be personally watching this if I was you. The storm near Edwardsville, the tornado warning, I think that's going to allow it to expire, so I think we'll be okay. So the storms that we're going to be looking at is the Potosi storm. I think that's what we're going to be focusing on. But like I said, the Clayton and Big Bend area looks to be like we got the most damaged. And let's see if we can, I don't know if any camera works over there, but we could try. Try to see if we see anything. Not quite sure. Yeah, it looks like all the cameras went out over here. So hopefully everybody's okay. Yeah, here's a view that was in the storm. This is not at the Sullivan exit, but this was a view. Not seeing any power poles down, so it looks like it was very quick hitting. Very quick hitting tornado, which we kind of expected, honestly. But this Potosi storm, we needed like a TKW personal camera down here in Potosi because this feels like Potosi always gets a lot of stuff. But this storm, I'll be honest with you, if you're in Potosi, it looks like it's trying. It's doing its best right now, so. And if you have any pictures, make sure you're sharing it with me on Facebook or sending it to me on Facebook. I would love to see any damage or anything like that. But I am watching the storm near Potosi very closely. But I think most of the other area, this tornado warning is going to expire. I don't see any other threats. And then behind that, looks to be a-okay. So we did get another wind damage report. 5655 Pershing Avenue in West St. Louis experienced considerable wind damage to the apartment building, including windows blown out. That is wild. So, in West St. Louis, the city of St. Louis West Side, apartment building has had its windows blown out. Part of the windows has been blown out of the apartment building, which that is crazy. So that's most likely National Weather Service is probably going to be over there doing surveys, but that's most likely, even though we had it observed, that's pretty likely a tornado. Now we won't pre-rate the tornadoes because we are not there, and we are not the tornado survey team, so we're not going to pre-rate tornadoes at all. Redbud reported ping pong size hail back then. That storm looks to be doing a-okay down there. It looks to be weakening a little bit, so that is great news. This storm is getting closer to Potosi. Let's take a look at the velocities as it gets closer. Some rotation is still in there. That's crazy. Yeah, for anybody who's still in here, see how quick the storms moved in? We were on at like 1, and it's like 3 o'clock now, and basically all of it is out of the area besides our Illinois area. So they did keep the warning, but it's outside our area. And then there's no warning for Jersey County, and Carlinville does have a severe thunderstorm warning just for quarter-size hail. So Illinois side is just fine, but we're staying on just because we do have the tornado warning for the Potosi area. But yes, any evening plans, you'll be just fine. But also as well, while we're waiting for the new radar update, we do have 3 more days of severe weather. So this is not the last day at all. So we have Sunday is a small risk, and then Monday we have a risk of severe weather, and then Tuesday we have a risk of severe weather. So this whole weekend we're going to be posting updates on the severe weather threat, and of course our Sunday weekly video, we will be having more updates on the Monday and Tuesday threats. And I have not looked at it too much, but from what I've been told, it looks like it'll be a decent event. So we just got another report in that a 4-foot diameter tree down at McPherson Avenue and Taylor Avenue. So that just happened. So very strong wind, potential tornado-like storm has caused damage around the Forest Park area and the Clayton area. So tornado survey teams will probably be over in that way tomorrow because lots of damage is coming through from the Forest Park area. So a lot of trees down. We'll probably be over there trying to get some live video footage, something over there, try to get some visual of what happened over there. But hopefully everybody was okay. Like I said, these were going to be moving in very quick, and we wouldn't have a lot of time for warnings when they got issued. Yes, Sandy, hearing thunder again near Potosi. Yes, you're just on the west side of a tornado warning. So you're not in the immediate tornado warning threat, but you need to be monitoring this for potentially have to go to your shelter. Okay. Yeah, so the video that I'm seeing, I'm not saying any like tornado, but the damage that's coming from like the zoo, it is crazy. Yeah, definitely a tornado was going through there, so lots of damage coming through by the Forest Park Clayton area. So and we have more damage coming in. You have a 4-foot diameter tree down. We have damage that there's trees down at the St. Louis Zoo and at the Forest Park Golf Course. So, like I said, it was going to be moving very, very quickly. So, like I said this morning, there wasn't going to be a lot of time for the post. So the storm is getting closer to the Potosi. You have some storms to the south of you. That's the thunderstorm that you're hearing right now. That is not severe at the moment, but we do have this tornado warning storm that's towards the west of Potosi. And personally, the rotation looks very weak, but it's still there. So we still need to be monitoring if we're in the Potosi area. So that is that. We do have a new tornado warning off to the east. That is unfortunately out of our area. We do not cover over there. But there is a tornado warning going towards Vandalia and east of Pocahontas. So that is that. But the rest of the area, you can see we're already getting shaven off the tornado watch. So once this storm moves into the Potosi area and this little storm behind it, once the cold front moves through, you'll be just fine. So any evening plans as you're watching this, we're basically done with the severe weather. Yeah, multiple videos of stuff coming through. So yeah, a lot of storms. Yes, the tornado siren, did it get pushed over a little bit? It's still on the west side, but yes, the tornado sirens are still going off. And the storm is still out to your west a little bit. The thunderstorm sounds that you hear right now is to your south, and it's currently not severe warning, but it's off to your west. This one right here, because you have this one that's right here near Irondale, but the tornado warned, the potential tornado one, is off to the west. Granite City reported damage in the area, including trees and a snapped flagpole. So, like I said, we did have a tornado. I even kind of said that as well, that we were probably going to see a tornado around the area, and unfortunately, that did happen. And I was just watching it back over here on the right monitor here. I do have 6 monitors, by the way. Not related, but I was watching on the monitor, and I did say when the storm was over here in Warren County that it was going to go. And look what it did. It went. It's sad, but it's unfortunate. And unfortunate. But lots of damage coming around the area. No clear view of a picture of a tornado, but lots of damage from a tornado looks possible. This storm near Potosi, honestly, unless we're far from the radar, doesn't really look crazy. But it goes until, let's see, the warning goes at 3:21. Actually does not say. Until 3:45. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles or 14 miles southwest of Steelville, moving east at 65. Yeah, so in the current tornado warning, they don't even have Potosi in here. So, that is something to note. Yeah, lots of pictures of funnel clouds. But no, like, no actual ground truth view of a tornado. It's probably because it was rain wrapped. That's probably why we're not getting a good visual, but there's a pretty good chance that we had a tornado on the ground. But most of the area, if not all the area besides the Potosi area in southern Jefferson County, you guys are done for the evening. The event, the severe weather, is over. So. And I think we might actually have a little sunshine. Yes, so any evening plans, like I mentioned before, great. We are A-okay as long as you did not suffer any damage because, look, it almost looked like nothing even happened according to the camera. It looked just like before. Let's see, new velocities. Very weak at this time. Very, very weak and not very strong. Yes, we always lose power. Yes, I know. I don't know what it is. But we were able to come back right during the tornado warning. But of course, we lose power when it gets issued. But it's unfortunate. Yes, lots of damage. If you're looking for damage, go towards the Clayton area. Looks like there's a tree on top of a house. Large trees being down. Lots of pictures on Twitter. If you have a Twitter account, just type hashtag or just type STLWX in the search box. And you'll see everybody going crazy with the photos. Storm near Potosi. It's getting closer. They have not issued a new tornado warning yet. But yes, lots of power outages are around. Let's see if we can get this going. Yeah, a lot of cameras down, so there's no point in using that one. So we're watching this storm in Potosi, and if there's no tornado warning for the Potosi area, we'll probably wrap it up after that because there's really not much happening after we have the rest of the storms coming through. So we're just here monitoring the Potosi storm. Illinois side is okay. Outside our coverage area near south of Vandalia does have a tornado warning. Jersey County, McCupin area, you'll be just fine as well. And there's a storm right on top of Highland, but there's also no factor there. Just got word power outages at the Metrolink. Wow, that's crazy. This scene all. I wish I could show it, but I don't have permission. But windows are blown out of apartment building, trees knocked over, cars damaged, a tree on top of a car. It's crazy. So, if you're in Clayton and you left, luckily that was the case. Luckily, you're able to leave. Yeah, this storm near Potosi doesn't look like it's going to do much. Appreciate the like. Really do appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just watching the storm near Potosi. If it doesn't get a new tornado warning, then we'll probably head off. That's probably what I'm thinking. But most of the area, especially where it's not raining right now and it's sunny, you are done with the threat. So, and then after this live stream, I'm going to have to look at my vehicle to see what damage it has gotten. Hopefully none, because I just got this. Hey, but if you are looking for a new vehicle and your vehicle is totaled out, make sure you give Kyle a call at Mazda. He'll get you set up and taken care of. So we're just waiting for this tornado warning to see if they extend it, or if they don't, I most likely won't extend it, but this need to be monitoring just in case. Wow, 6 shares. I really do appreciate all the shares. Thank you so much. And all the likes on both streams. You guys found both streams. That's great. Yeah, not really seen any rotation with this as well. If they do extend it, I will be surprised. Because it doesn't even look tornadic. There's no tornadic characteristics with this. So yeah, I'm not really seeing too much. So we'll just wait. We'll just make sure that nothing's going to be happening with this. But I don't see any immediate concern for this storm at all. Just want to try to get a visual. Is this in Oakville? I think we do have him. Checking. Yeah, it's right over Oakville right now. Let's see if we can get him hopped on. Let's see if we can get a live visual of the Oakville. Oh, it looks like he might have lost power. Okay, he is not on live. New radar scan still not catching my attention far as tornado potential, but nice thunderstorms going through south to west or south to downtown St. Louis. So nothing severe, but there is a storm moving through. But we're just watching this Potosi storm. If nothing happens, we're going to be heading off. And I would not be surprised, for anybody who does tune in, I would not be surprised if you guys see me next week sometime on the live stream for severe weather coverage. Because it looks like we still have an active period coming up, and it's also somewhat the peak of severe weather. This is exactly where it is, so we'll see if it loads. Right near Telegraph. So, if not, we'll just put it up here. Golf ball size hail. Oh, that's the correct port. I was like, there is no golf ball size hail near Wellness Springs. Look at all the congestion. Woo! Everybody's going home. Like I said, we were okay. The storms moved in a little bit faster than what we expected, so that is one thing to note. Did we get a new velocity update? They'll probably cancel this. Expires in 12 minutes. Like I said, if they don't extend this, we'll probably head off. If they do extend, we'll consider the following. But I think we'll probably wrap it up in about 12 minutes or so. But it looks like some hail will be possible as it comes through Potosi. So don't be alarmed if you see some hail. It's perfectly normal. Lots of power outages going on. Whole bunch of power outages going through. But I think anybody who's still watching, I think the forecast has verified that not everybody was going to see a tornado. Not everybody that was going to see hail. So, I think the forecast verified. I think everything that we talked about was pretty average. I think I give myself a solid A. But yeah, lots of damage. Looks like we may have an accident on 270. It looks like, but lots of damage near the Clayton area and towards downtown St. Louis. Lots of damage coming through. It's crazy. Clarence Avenue in St. Louis. Debris in the road, trees down in the road. So lots of damage down there. Storm's getting closer to you, Karen and Sandy, if you're still here watching. Nothing is currently tornado warned for you, but the storm is getting closer. That does have a chance to try to produce a tornado. So I'm just watching that real quickly, but if not, we'll be wrapping up the live stream. Oh, Sandy, you give me A+? Oh, thanks. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate the grade. A+ coverage. I really do appreciate that. It really does mean a lot to me. But we're watching this storm that's just on the Potosi side. I highly doubt within the next 10 minutes that it'll probably get extended. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. But like I said, if not, we'll probably just wrap it up. But you'll still see some hail with this. Yeah, quarter-size hail is getting closer to the Potosi side. You're probably seeing it right now. Some rain. But then the tornadic part of the storm will be behind it. So you're probably seeing a little bit of rain, sprinkles right now. But the rain and the concerning part is behind it. Let me just check a little bit of everything. And there it goes. So that's exactly what we're expecting there. So they did decide to cancel the tornado warning for the Potosi area. So no warning, no severe thunderstorm warning. So basically what that means is that they are not concerned about this storm anytime soon. There is no immediate threat for the situation. But once this moves in, I think we should be okay. I'll keep an eye out on the storms and anything that tries to deform behind it. But last update for everyone, there's a storm going through Dupont and near St. Clair, Washington Park over in Cahokia. That's no factor to worry about. Most of all, if not all, St. Louis County, St. Charles, Warren, Troy, Franklin County, everywhere is in the clear for the rest of the night. So if you have any plans out the door for your Friday evening, I think you'll be just fine. You don't have to worry about the weather. But the tornado watch will probably be moving through or being cleaned off over the next hour or two. So the tornado watch is still in effect. We don't have any storms behind it trying to produce any more storms. You can actually see the cold front moving through. So that also lets us know that there's basically no more severe weather. So the Potosi area, last update, you might see some quarter-sized hail. Nothing to be concerned about. No tornado potential. No rotation will be a possibility. But some strong winds will be a factor. But overall, not really seeing anything. Then after that, you might get some couple of thunderstorms on the backside. And you will be done for the evening. So that's basically the coverage, folks. Like I said, we weren't going to be here very long. So that was great. We did unfortunately have damage in the Clayton and Jennings area. We'll try to see if we can get some posts on the Facebook page, but more severe weather is going to be coming up. So fortunately, that is what we have on the doorstep, which I'll be making posts regularly as long as we have new information and basically information that will be useful and understanding. So without further ado, I think we're going to wrap up the live stream. So I appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you guys are watching this after the fact, I appreciate you guys rewatching and being able to see what's happening. But a couple thunderstorms will be around, but they're moving out of the area. The storms moving Potosi. No severe weather is expected besides a little bit quarter-sized hail and a little bit of gusty winds. But until next time, I think we're going to head off. And we'll catch you in the next stream. Have a good weekend. You'll see me on Facebook again posting more. But have a good weekend. Make sure to stay safe. And we'll catch you in the next one.